Oh yes, Wild Thing. I think I love you. What's happening? What's happening, guys? How are you doing? Center is in the house. Jimbo, what's up, Jimbo? Paul Glover is in the house. Hey, man, how are y'all doing this morning? Well, this afternoon. It's morning for me. I got up just a little bit ago, man. Paul Glover says the Wintzcaster. Yeah, man. Mike Ray's in the house. Hey, man. Jim Gidry is eating lunch. All right, man. Cool deal. Uh-oh. Man, that's been a long time ago. Wow. It's always a good song. Awesome song. Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this Strat here, man, I've talked about this before, but I haven't really got it out of the gig bag in a long time. This Strat is old. I got it, man, good Lord, probably 2000, 2002, something like that. And so it had this strange name on the headstock. I was like, what is that? So I sanded that off and just put my name on there. Just put Wentz on it, you know. But this is one of those examples of where I got lucky off eBay. This guitar was like $175. Carolina Blue, you know, it's a Strat style, of course. And it came with a this little knockoff little blues amp that if you look at that video of me and my son playing the other weekend, and I was using that Beat Buddy drum pedal, that's the amp we was going through, that little cheap little tweed brown amp that came with this guitar. I gave it to him, so that's what we used, which, you know, that's not made for a drum pedal to go through, but it's, you know, it served its purpose. But yeah, so I've had this guitar ever since, and I got lucky, man. It plays great, you know. A lot of fun, man. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, what? Center says Wentz Blue. I don't know, Mr. Ray. I don't know. I've always called it Carolina Blue, man. I don't know. I know that's not the proper name for this, but that's just what I call it. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, man, it's just one of those times, man. I got lucky. Jim and myself have talked about this on a podcast. Ordering a guitar that you can't put your hands on before you, pay for it. And this was one of those occasions, and I talked about it, and so I found it. I ordered it. I said, I'm gonna take a chance, man. $175. Excuse me, but it worked out. And now don't get me wrong. There has been times where, ooh, that's sharp right there. There has been times where it didn't quite work out. But you win some, you lose some, and some get rained out, right? Checking my tuning here because I know I haven't put strings on this guitar in a long time. Always stretch your strings, right? Stretch. 1, 2, 3, stretch. Okay, that seems pretty good. Yeah. So this is one of those occasions. And I got it. I said, man, it's not real heavy. It's light. Feels good. I've actually played this guitar live. Could it use new pickups? Of course. Yeah. But still, for the money, man, you can't beat it. I was like, man, golly. I was like, I'll take it. So that was a long time ago. We got lucky. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's man. There's not even a a serial number on here or nothing. And I know there wasn't one up here. There might have been, but I seriously doubt it. It was this off brand that I've never heard in my life. So. Oh man, just warming up. Warming up, as you can tell. I need a lot more warming up. It's fun to do blue stuff sometimes, man. It's E, G, and A. And you notice when I'm doing it, I'm not doing the whole chord. Like, I'm just getting the top string and then the last two. Now, when I do those, I do the whole chords. Mr. Guidry, am I playing this through the cube? Yes, I am. Yes, yeah, playing through the cube. Yeah, man, absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, today, what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, man. Great, man. Today is my Friday. Cut my nails. Yeah, nails getting long, man. You ever notice that? If you're a guitar player, you gotta keep your nails trimmed down low. Boy, they get in the way. Man. Yes, Mr. Guidry, it is a great sounding amp. What was that? EP boost? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Using the EP boost. Yeah. Yes, sir. Here's without it. Yeah, here's without it. And then here's with it. Yeah, man, it does great. A little EP boost, or EP booster, I should say, by Exotic. Oh man, that my latest single that I released what earlier this week, a few days ago. It's finally live on iTunes now. It's called Slow Love. It just released early this morning, probably about maybe 2 o'clock, something like that. I was checking my releases through my distributor, and it's out. Slow Love. It's on iTunes, Amazon, Google Music, everywhere. And so I went ahead and released the video early this morning as well. And yeah, so what I was playing on that song, my setup, the rig was the Sterling by Music Man, which you see that on the front cover, the artwork, the red Sterling by Music Man, the Microcube, and the EP Booster by Exotic. That's it. That's all I was using for that song, and I was using the Beat Buddy drum pedal. Center, you and Adam need to look into that if you're interested in doing something like that. But the Beat Buddy drum pedal is the way to go. I used my Beat Buddy drum pedal on that song. What I did is I laid down the drums first, and then just hit the wherever I wanted the fills to go, in the cymbal crashes and all that stuff. I laid my drums down first. That's your foundation, right? Oh, cool. Thank you, Senator. Yeah, you can add it to your katana. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Excuse me. Uh, and yeah, so it's fantastic, man. Went ahead and added that. It got released today, and it was a lot of fun. But that was just my basic setup. Was the Sterling by Music Man. The EP Booster was the only pedal I used for a little bit of overdrive, distortion, boost, whatever, and their Microcube. That was it. I just wanted to see what it would sound like. Thank you, Mr. Guidry. He said he watched it this morning. Thank you. There's Mr. Bruce. I haven't seen Mr. Bruce in a while. How are you doing, man? Yeah, the Beat Buddy drum pedal. Yeah, that sucker there, man. That sucker is the thing. If you're wanting to do an original song, that is the way to go. I got the Beat Buddy and I got the extra foot switch. This was like what, two? When did we get those, Jim? About 2 years ago? Ain't that when we got that? And because I got one and then Jim got one right after that. I think it was about 2 years ago, I believe. And you can get the optional foot switch with it, so you can put a cymbal crash where you want, or you can hit the other button that stops the drums altogether. Jim says, yeah, about 2 years. I got it right here. Let me show it to you for Center and Adam and whoever else, whoever else hasn't seen it. Okay. Wow. This is the Beat Buddy drum pedal with the optional foot switch. See if I can hold this up. And it did come with this cable. So here you go. So you got the Beat Buddy actual drum pedal here, and that first switch. This first switch is for your cymbal crash if you want to put a cymbal crash wherever you want to. And that second button right here, you click that and it just stops everything. But you can just get just the pedal, but I wanted to get the foot switch as well to put in different accents, cymbal crashes when I wanted to and all that stuff. And it's worth the money. Beat Buddy drum pedal. And it does have a SIM card that comes with it, which is awesome. I don't know how much these things go for now. I know the foot switch was like, the additional foot switch was like, I don't know, like 20, 25 bucks a couple of years ago. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Wow. Thank you. So there you go. Let's check the box. Mark Taylor, how are you, man? Jim Guidry says, yes, the foot switch is vital for the Beat Buddy. I thought so, I thought so. It was, it really helps out a lot, for, you just don't want to have a beat just sitting there going, you got to spice it up a little bit. And that, you can do that with that. You can do that with that. You can do that with that Beat Buddy drum pedal with the optional foot switch. Look into it, Center or Adam. Center, he just paid Sweetwater. Uh-oh. Gene. He says the only fenders he has is on his car. That's good. That's good. He does have a Les Paul style Epiphone. There you go. I got 3 of them, man. I love them. Yeah. Mr. Bruce, you're very welcome. Yeah, they've been around for like Jim was saying, I think a couple of years is when they really was blowing a lot of hype up on Facebook and stuff. And I was like, Beat Buddy drum pedal. I was like, what is that? So I looked at some YouTube videos that they had put out, and always listen to stuff with earbuds or headphones or something, from your device. Don't ever listen through the external speaker, because anything sounds like crap through there, unless you're on a phone call. That's different. But as far as music and stuff, it doesn't do it justice. But so they were throwing a bunch of advertisement out on Facebook and everywhere, and I looked at some of the videos and I said, Beat Buddy drum pedal, what is that? So I checked it out, and it was legit, man. So the guy who invented that, he's sitting pretty right now. He ain't got nothing nothing to worry about. But yeah, that's what I used on my newest single, Slow Love, that's available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, everywhere right now. I'm putting a lot of promotion behind that, because I really worked hard on that song, man. So don't know. We'll have to see what happens. It might People might not like it. People might like it, but it's just me. You know, I wrote it for my wife. It's just trying to express my love for her. You know, really. You know. So I did use the Beat Buddy drum pedal on that track. You know, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Jim says that have I updated the firmware on the Beat Buddy? No, I about messed up my Beat Buddy. I was on their site, and I think I was doing something like that, Jim, updating the firmware or doing something. And oh, I know what it was. They have different kits that you can buy or whatever, and download the little software that goes on your SD card. And I got a Phil Collins kit, and it sounded awesome, but I did something wrong, or it was the laptop or something, and I about screwed up my Beat Buddy. So when I put the SIM card back in, the none of the kits would work. Why am I blurry? Gary Kramer Guitars, Snark Tuner. Thank you very much. TheJonesProject.com. And and so now when I hit the pedal for the fill, for the fill to work, I have to hit it like a second or two later than normal. I've gotten used to that now. And then like when the cymbal crash, when you hit the button, you hit it, you press it once, nothing happens. You press it twice, it'll engage it. So I did something. It was my fault. I did something to the when I was trying to update something on the SIM card. And so I cleaned everything out on the SIM card and went back to the Beat Buddy site and was able to find something to restore the SIM card, but it still kind of screwed up the brain of it. It really didn't screw it up. It still works. It's just you have to hit the button like a millisecond later. You just have to know how to time it right, and which I figured that out. So it's no big deal. It still works. Still sounds great. But yeah, that's how much was Jim? How much some things go for, man? Do you remember? I want to say the Beat Buddy pedal by itself at the time was what? Man, I think it was like $199. Was it $199? Something like that. Yeah, Jim said there's some new beats available. Yeah. There you go, Center and Jim. Thank you. $249. Okay, it might have been $299 when I bought it, because I remember it was like $399, and they had like this $100 off coupon. Gary Kramer guitar. And so I used that, and yeah, that's right. It was $299. So now it's down to $249. Okay, so it hasn't really dropped. It's dropped what, $50, but I know they have that, and they have the Beat Buddy Mini or something, and it just does your basic, I can do this, man. I don't know how that sounds through the mic. Anyway, they have a Beat Buddy Mini, and I don't know what it's like the junior version of that. So I don't know I don't think it has all the bells and whistles like this one, but it just kind of does a beat, and you can probably do a fill. I think that goes for what, like 150, something like that. What the heck? Something like that. Mark Taylor says Guitar Center has it for $299. Wow. Yeah, Mr. Bruce, that's just for the pedal itself, and the extra what do you call it? The extra accessory pedal, whatever. That was like $29.99. For the additional pedal, so you could do cymbal crashes and all that stuff. Let's see. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, the foot switch, additional foot switch. Yeah. Simon. Hey, Simon Williams, man. How are you, sir? I missed you when you jumped in. Sinner. Uh-oh. Yeah. If you go back and listen to my new release and you listen to the drums, Slow Love, that's available now on iTunes and everywhere by the Joe Wins Project. Listen to the drums in that song. That is the Beat Buddy. Yeah, that's the Beat Buddy. And I chose I think the kit that I chose was like a R&B kit, and I slowed it down to like, I don't know, like 70 beats per minute or something, maybe 75. And whenever I wanted a fill to happen, I hit the main, pedal, the Beat Buddy, and it did a fill. And then the next time around, instead of doing another fill, I just hit the foot switch button for the cymbal. And hit the cymbal, you just kind of split it up. You don't want to make it too repetitious. And then when you hold the pedal down, it goes into what they call transition mode. So then it starts playing a different kind of beat, but in the same kind of time and everything. It's really, you just have to toy around with it, man. It's cool. Bruce Anderson, how you doing, man? What's up, Mr. Anderson? Mark Taylor, the Beat Buddy is sometimes better than a real drummer because it doesn't cop an attitude. Yeah, yeah, it's I've seen people use it live. What it's made to do is if you're doing a live performance, like let's say you and a bass player or you and a singer, whatever, and you got like you're playing like a little cafe or something like that. You got a little PA. That's what that Beat Buddy's for. So you don't have to worry about having a drummer, if you want to go that route. But yeah, it took me a little time to get used to playing and stepping on the pedal at the right time, because when I'm trying to multitask, playing guitar and doing something else, it doesn't work too good for me. But I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube of people trying out the Beat Buddy that were excellent players, guitarists and bass players, doing it, and I was like, wow, So you just have to jive with it for a little bit. It's really great, man. It's a great tool. It sure is. Simon Williams. There you go. So you do use the Beat Buddy as well? I mean, that's what the Beat Buddy would be great for, like originals, and then you got your backing tracks to play, like Tom Petty or whatever. Is that what you're referring to, Mr. Williams? If so, that is awesome. That's fantastic, man. Jim says that says Alex in a box. Yeah. Okay, you don't use the Beat Buddy, Mr. Williams says, but he has a drum machine that they program. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. I was listening to some old tunes last night where I've actually was playing drums on this right here. There's actually a pattern in here in the synthesizer where you can play the drum with using your fingers, like something like that. I had to use both hands. It took me a long time to get for like the cymbals and the ride and the hi-hat and all that with the right hand, and then the kick and the snare with the left. But I was listening to some older songs, and man, some of them were pretty cool. Some of them were okay, but there's quite a few that were all right, man. And I was like, man, I haven't tried that in a long time, because when you're doing that was the closest thing I could get to a real drummer, if that makes any sense. I could have a pattern in my mind instead of just a straight beat, with this, I could be more expressive. I could like have an intro like, you know what I'm saying? And then start, and then just do whatever, and then have that big clash at the ending, when you're doing that big classic ending, and the cymbals are going, you know what I'm saying? The Beat Buddy can't do that, but when I did it through here, I could do all that, but I'd have to lay down the track first. So I'd have to think of something in my mind, like, okay, how do I want this track to go? So I'd play the drums first for, 20 minutes, playing the drums with my fingers, I'm saying, to get an idea of where I want the stops and starts and all that stuff, because and to me, that's important. If you have some stops and starts in there, and maybe where a song slows down for a second and it gets back to all that makes a difference to the listener. It keeps their attention. If you keep something just the same, all the time, that's okay. I've done that plenty of times, but after a while that gets bland. Let me check these messages. Wow, man, the chat box. I said something else. The chat box is moving. Whoops. Mark Taylor. What do you call a guy that hangs out with musicians? A drummer. Oh, Lord. Mr. Williams, yeah, he says they did use a drum machine, but they did it properly, and it's all about the sound. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, programming stuff like that, it does take time. That takes a long time, man, to have everything right for the accents and everything. That does take time. So big thumbs up to you, man, because that is a aggravating task, to say the least. You guys gonna play Helter Skelter? Oh, Lord. Oh, Gene. Okay, he says he's never owned any Fender guitars, but he wants one. He likes the way they. What was that? He loves the way a good Strat plays. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. eBay, Mr. Gene. If you ever get any extra money, check out eBay. That's what I would do, or reverb.com. I need to cut my nails, man. Oh, Mr. Williams says after they program the drum machine, they convert that drum part to an MP3 and they play it from their iPad. That's awesome. That way there won't be no hiccups or nothing. That's good, man. Yeah, I've seen guys when I still played, gigs and stuff. you'd see like a duo or a trio, and one guy had a laptop set up like on a little stand. I was like, why is he bringing his laptop? I didn't know, and so he sitting there doing all this, and that's where his backing tracks were and whatever else, from that laptop. And I was like, man, there's got to be an easier way to do that. So I found my own way of doing it. I said, I'm not taking the laptop out to somewhere. Somebody steal it or something, man. I mean, not to mention, you got your equipment sitting there too, but I don't know. I just couldn't dig that. Where's the drummer? Where's my drummer? Yeah, center Fender made in Mexico. Yeah, man, that's the way to go, Mr. Gene. Yeah, for a affordable Strat, if you want to get one, there you go. Yes, Mr. Williams, that's right. I agree with you on that, on the Strat. 7/8, Jay. How you doing, man? How are you doing? Yes, Mr. Williams, they have their own combination of backing tracks and other things like that. And it works really well and it keeps you tight. Yeah, it does, man. I love playing with stuff like that, or I still do today, playing along with backing tracks. And as long as it has some good vocals, because I can't sing, so. But yeah, so there you go, man. The $175 Strat that I got years and years ago from eBay. Got lucky. Uh, so it does okay. It's of course it's not some uh, outstanding instrument, high quality thing, but it works for me, And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Yes, Mr. Williams. He says the technology is advanced enough to where the sounds are good. Yeah, the drum sounds and all that. That's what amazed me about the Beat Buddy drum pedal, man. The sounds on that thing were phenomenal, and I believe that when they were putting that together, the actual drum sounds from that pedal are actual drum sounds. Like when you hear the snare, the bass drum or kick drum, whatever, those are actual snares and bass drum, kick drum, excuse me, cymbals and all that. So they did that with all different kits, right? So just imagine them going in the studio and they put a mic at a kick drum. Okay, we got it. Now let's record the snare. They do all that stuff, and they put all that together in order to sync everything up and put in that pedal. I was like, man, talk about some cool technology. So yeah, it's cool. So it's fun. Mr. Gene, you are very welcome, sir. Yeah, you can find some great ones on reverb.com. Yeah. Um, Either way, Reverb right now has been, I think that's eBay's big competitor, because it was just eBay for years. And of course, Craigslist. Craigslist is okay, but I'm just kind of skeptical. I'm just meeting somebody that I've never met before. That's why you want to meet at a public place or something like that. But I don't want to have to go meet anybody. I want to, if I sell something, I want to be able to box it up, ship it out, and I'm done. I don't want to have to go do, I just don't want to do that. I've done it, but I wasn't crazy about it, But I've sold stuff on eBay, of course. And in my description, I'd put, like guitar for sale, whatever it was, no returns or exchanges, and the shipping was this much. And if somebody bought it, which they did, I went ahead and boxed it up, shipped it out, and sent them the tracking number. I was done. Reverb, I like that a lot. I've never tried selling anything on Reverb. I don't have nothing to sell, but I've never tried to sell anything on Reverb. But I do like Reverb. It seems like you got to. It's good to have some different choices, man. Like eBay and Reverb. And, if you want to say Craigslist, I don't worry about it. And something else I've been looking at too, man, is that do y'all look at the Facebook Marketplace? Do y'all look at that? I've been looking at that for a while, and I just touch on musical instruments and see what guitars and stuff people are selling. I like looking at that. That's pretty cool. I guess that's like in a way, it's like Craigslist, but it's just through Facebook. But I really like that. It's cool. Seen some pretty guitars on there, and you see some crap too. It's like, man, I ain't paying that. I saw a couple of SGs I was looking at, and I said, man, I'd like to have that. That one SG, the boy wants $250 for it. Comes with a hard shell case and all that. Yeah, it's pretty. I ain't got. Ooh, I knew something was bad. There we go. That G string was flat. Boy, why is that B string sharp? Time for some new strings on this baby. After you tune, always stretch. Yeah, see, now it's flat. You always stretch them. Wow, man. Yeah, it's time for some new strings. Yeah. Yes, Gene, man, you were very welcome. Yes. Oh, Bruce, you've been looking at your Facebook market in your area. Yeah, it's just cool to look, man. Of course, I'm not buying anything. I just like to check out the market. I've got to cut these fingernails, man. I should have done that before I went on. Thank you, Jay. Says the guitar sounds great. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm not playing that well today. Cause man, I don't know. I should have cut my nails, but oh well. We're just goofing around, man, having fun, doing our daily little broadcast here with my guitar and my friends. There you go, having a conversation, having a good time. Jay says, yeah, he needs his nails short all the time. I know, me too. I got lazy, man. And right when I was playing, man, before I went live, I said, man, maybe I'll be okay. And I start doing something, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I'll cut him here in a little bit. Not on here. Bruce Anderson wants to know what my signal chain is today. He says it's sounding good. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I appreciate that. Out of my guitar, out of here, going into the Vox wah pedal. Okay. The next pedal is the Pastrami Overdrive by Dan Electro. And then the very last pedal in the chain is the EP Booster. And then from out of there into that right there, the Roland Microcube, official sponsor of the Joe Wentz Project. Thank you, Roland. Appreciate that. Can I get maybe some shirts or something? Yes. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Uh-oh. The accountant is in the house. Mr. Big Dan Hall. Welcome, Dan. What's up, man? Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a simple setup, just really raw and bare, you know. Sometimes that's the best way to go, you know. And you don't get me wrong, I love going to the RP 1000 as well, you know, for just some really kick ass tones and stuff. But sometimes it's just fun to go with just this thing is set. It's got like these different tones you can like clean, heavy metal tone, whatever. Like I keep it on classic rock is what I keep it on, because you can just roll your volume up a little bit and it's pretty clean. Flip it on the neck pickup here and you get that kind of great sound, 70s vibe. So yeah, it does great, man, for what it is. The amp and all that does great. I don't. Like I said, this is my warming up time. You know, I'm telling you, I'm serious. This is my warm up time right here. So you're going to hear flub ups. That's just the way it is, man. You know, but it's okay. It's just about having fun, you know. Yeah, let me look at the timer. What are we hitting on right now? Oh, 57 minutes. We're almost at the hour mark. That's where I like to be, between 45 minutes and an hour. Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, so, man, thank you, everybody, for joining. I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been great, man. It's been fun. Yes, be sure to check out thejoewentzproject.com if you want to check out some shirts, apparel. Check out the Joe Wentz Project on iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. Google, was it Google Music? Yeah, Google, wherever music is sold. Check it out. The new single just came out early this morning. Slow Love. Check it out if you get a chance. Appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching. And we're getting ready to jump on off here. Mark Taylor, that is correct. Yes, that is correct. Yes. Okay, guys. Brent was never in here. Brent never showed up, did he? I couldn't play his theme song. See you, 7/8. See you, Mr. Taylor. Big Dan. Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Bruce Anderson, thank you. Mark Taylor, thank you. Jim Guidry was in the house. Thank you very much. Center, don't forget the Beat Buddy for Christmas. There you go. Beat Buddy drum pedal. There you go. And Mr. Williams, thank you, Mr. Williams. Have a fantastic day, man. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe, okay? I'm going to jump off here. And maybe we'll see you in a little bit. I don't know. Okay, guys. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.